You're tired. Not tired like you need a good night's sleep. Tired like you've been carrying something for a very long time. Something that was never supposed to be yours to carry alone. You know what I'm talking about. It lives in your lower back, that dull, persistent ache that no massage fully reaches. It lives in your eyes, dry, heavy, like they've seen enough and would like to stop now. It also lives in the absence of things, the absence of desire, the absence of just simple curiosity, the absence of that feeling you used to have that something good was coming. You can't remember exactly when it left, only that one day you notice that it was gone. You're not depressed, you are not burned out, and you are not, and I want you to hear this clearly, you are not someone who missed her moment. What you are is a woman whose deepest reserves have been quietly depleting for years. And your body is finally saying out loud what you have been too disciplined to admit, which is enough. In Chinese medicine, we have understood this for thousands of years, and we call it kidney deficiency, not the organ per se. The kidney in Chinese medicine is not just an organ. It's perceived as a storehouse, the place where your deepest constitutional energy lives, the energy you were born with, the energy your ancestors passed to you, the energy that fuels not just your body but also your will, your sense of purpose, your ability to begin, your trust that you are allowed to take up space in your own life. So when that storehouse depletes, and it depletes slowly, quietly, without drama, the first thing that goes is not actually your energy. The first thing that goes is your certainty. And you start doubting what you know, but don't forget that you know quite a great deal. You have always known a great deal. You're probably someone who has spent years preparing, gathering knowledge, completing the training, finishing the courses, reading the books, or writing the books, thinking it through from every angle. Not because you weren't ready, but because some part of you decided that being fully seen in what you know leads somewhere painful. So you waited for the right time, for the right circumstances, for the feeling of being sure enough that the risk of being misunderstood finally felt survivable. And unfortunately, that certainty never came because it was never going to come from the outside. And here you are sitting with decades of preparation, a body that is exhausted in a way that frightens you, and a quiet, terrible thought you haven't said out loud to anyone. What if I waited too long? What if I missed it? Well, you didn't. But I need you to understand something about why that waiting happened. Because it wasn't weakness. It wasn't fear in the way fear is usually described. It was actually inherited. Somewhere in your line, a woman who knew things was silenced, not necessarily dramatically. Sometimes it was quiet, a dismissal, or a marriage that had no room for her vision, a culture that had no language for what she perceived, a life that required survival and left no space for becoming. So she folded it away, that knowing, that vision, that sense of being built for something. She folded it away so carefully that it looked like she had never wanted it. And her daughter felt that weight of that unfolded thing without knowing what it was, and learned, not in her mind, but in her body, that wanting fully and reaching fully leads somewhere that hurts. So I can say that you inherited her caution. You have been living inside her hesitation as though it was your own. And I want to tell you that it isn't. The dry eyes, the low back pain, the adrenal exhaustion, the absence of desires, your body isn't failing you. Your body is delivering a message that your mind has been too careful to receive. And that protection isn't working anymore. The preparation is complete. The woman who's silencing you inherited, she's not here. And this is not her world. So what was dangerous for her in her time is not dangerous for you. What got her folded away cannot fold you. Not because the risk isn't real, but because you are carrying something that has been waiting in your lineage, in your body, in the decades of preparation you think were wasted. And it has been waiting for exactly this moment, for you at this age, with this level of exhaustion. So with this specific quality of having nothing left to lose except the life you came here to live, I have sat across from women like you for quite a lot of years now, and women who knew, women who waited, women whose bodies finally brought them to a place where the waiting cost more than the beginning itself. So this is that place, not as punishment, but as timing. And your body brought you here because it knows something your caution doesn't. It knows that you are ready, that you have always been ready, and that the only thing that was ever standing between you and the life you prepared yourself for was a silencing that was never yours to carry in the first place. So if something in you just exhaled, you are in the right place, and I will see you in the next one.